Okay, it's recording now. All right, lovely. So Chris is going around at the moment. He's currently talking to Mark. So do you want to wait your turn then, Lucy?
Mark, how's your cold going, by the way, Mark?
Kind of. Jen, Uncle Jen.
Yes.
Thanks, Uncle. Hello.
Hello. Mark, if you could wait, Lucy. Mark's talking to Chris. Okay.
So how?
Maybe you could mute everyone again, apart from the people who are.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm going to mute.
I can't really.
Yeah, you're being quiet anyway. Everyone else is being quiet. It's fine.
Yeah,
Lucy, muted herself. Okay.
So, how is your course going, Mark?
It's going all right. That's my photography course is finished now until April.
So it's the last one, is it? Next week?
Yeah. What? No, it was the last one last week.
Okay. Did you learn much, Mark?
Yeah. Yes. About the rule of thirds and the depth of field and that, and how to set symmetry in photos, reflections in light and that.
Excellent. Sounds good. Okay, that's great. Thanks, Mark. So I'll speak to you next week on Thursday.
Yes, I'm meeting on Thursday.
I'll give you a text beforehand.
The text. Yeah.
I'll send you a text message sort of a little while before so you can be ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Thank you very much, Mark. So Wendy, shall we hear from you?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. What have you been up to?
Chase the boys. I'm joking.
What did you say?
Chase the boys. Kicking in the ganges, but giving the wedgie and putting in the bushes, nick their money. No, I would, but no. Anyway, I've got really good news. I had a vaccine.
Hey, when did you get the vaccine, Wendy?
Not last week, week after.
Okay.
Yeah.
That go all right?
Well, yeah, so it's this
Sorry? Oh, that's right. I thought you were talking to me.
What's the needle in my mouth and suck?
Yes. I can't see you, I only see top.
So yeah, you felt all right afterwards, did you?
No, well, I wake up like Sunday morning, like 1 o'clock, and I went downstairs to Dylan, my dog, our big business, the back door, garden, and I felt really drowsy. I had my legs hurting, I couldn't stand up, shaking, my heart was beating, sweaty, everything, couldn't breathe. And I said, "Come on, Dill, come in." I couldn't stand, and then I went to bed with Dill. I didn't tell my mum because it was 1 o'clock in the morning. But I was laying down with my dog, and next day I felt horrible all day.
Okay. How long did it last, Wendy? When did you stop feeling better?
I can't eat, Tom.
So I've muted them now. I've muted them.
Yeah.
There's some like radio or something going on
I
somewhere.
think it might be Mark's kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall I
You
just
said-
shall I mute you for a minute, Mark?
Yes, okay, yeah.
Okay, go for it then, Wendy.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Wendy, carry on.
I wake at 9:30 and get my mum said, "Do you want to go out?" I said, "No, I don't want to." I went to bed, wake up at about 1:30, have a sandwich. I couldn't eat the sandwich, so I gave it to my dog. And I got about 5, went to sleep to 5, and I was a bit tired. I thought it was all right, but a bit tired, a bit grumpy. And my nephew Louis said, "Why are you horrible, shouting, grumpy?" I was just tired because he don't know vaccine. Because I just say I'm tired, but I was fine afterwards. Mum come back to care centre. She had it like me. It's just this is horrible. It was really horrible. I didn't. My dad had a headache, but me and Mum just. It's just horrible. It really is.
You're feeling all right now, though.
Oh yeah.
Good.
And then yesterday I went to the dentist.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I've been waiting to go to the dentist for a year now.
I had to filling out and filling new in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And today and tomorrow I'm back to my other job. Float.
Hey, at the cafe.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
That'd be good.
It's 3 o'clock to 5:30, but Saturday is 5:30 to 5:30. But I never have that long before. But Helen said we've got a new manager, and his name's Phil
Yeah.
because he's leaving,
Mitchell.
and yes, he knows I've got autism, and I'm talking to you, Danny. I can't speak, Chris.
If you turn it to
And Richard.
if you
I
turn
don't
it
know how
to
to do it.
change the view.
If I say
okay.
something, can you do it?
And but tomorrow the so a bit nervous.
Okay.
It's all right. Because only I work 3 to 5 on Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Now they changed it to
It's
Friday.
just Friday and Saturday at the moment. Yeah. Yeah.
They changed it.
I
So
wanted
I'm
to
going
say
to be on the
something.
boss today.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
wanted to say a big congratulations to Wendy to getting her first
Yeah.
time she's got a film into a film festival. So she's got
Wendy.
Things That Annoy Me into a film festival in Sheffield. So well done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is excellent, Wendy, because you're also, I think you're, for a first film, and getting
Yeah.
into a festival, it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people in Sheffield can
Oh.
In Sheffield.
If they come in Oxford,
find out
is this
what annoyed you.
Yeah, you come in. They come and say, "You when?" You said, "Yeah, what do you want?" Yeah, I was like, "Oh, sorry."
Oh yeah. I also, Wendy, I'm going to need to speak to you next week for the evaluation
Oh,
to
what?
find out
Check
some more
the
about your
diary.
new project.
Okay, I'll get my diary out.
You're not working Wednesday now, is that right? You won't be working on Wednesday.
When is it?
It is 10th, is it? Hold on. Yeah.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah. What sort of
10th
time
would
of
be
day,
alright,
Wendy?
yeah.
Would be good.
Oh, not in the morning. Oh God.
Should we say this sort of time, 12:30?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you rather do it on Zoom or on? I could WhatsApp call you as well.
Or phone.
Yeah. What if I did a WhatsApp call?
Yeah. Okay.
You do that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. We'll do that. Fantastic. Good stuff. Thank you, Wendy.
What day was that, Chris?
Wednesday.
Oh, I'm not working then.
No.
No. And the next day is my brother's birthday.
Hey.
Happy birthday, bloody cock.
Good. Yeah, thanks, Wendy.
Yeah.
So we speak to Danny now.
Yeah,
How you doing, Danny?
good. I'm a bit achy. I got a headache.
Oh dear.
My ear is playing me up.
Oh, you got a bit of earache.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
He's having this last night's drink.
But yeah, last night I had a karaoke cabaret.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, you did a lot of dancing, didn't you, Danny?
Yeah, a lot of dancing.
He's your brother.
Yeah,
Laying down. I wish I could. I can't.
but all my new mate of mine, I feel they love it. Like, Danny, you're amazing.
I really enjoyed it last night. I watched it. It was really good. And you played one of my songs, one of my request. These boots
Yeah,
are made for
yeah.
walking, wasn't it?
Oh, yes. The boots.
Yeah,
are
yeah.
made
Yeah. And with a monkey boy in our back room, okay, but big hoot on.
Matey Boy is your skeleton that joins every show, isn't he?
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So you dress the skeleton up for the theme of the whatever the theme is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so, yeah. So part of that, I had a busy week. I went up but on Monday I went I was shopping with Becky.
You went to White Horse Hill, didn't you? White Horse Hill?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. On Tuesday it was.
Cool. I love it up there.
I like it, but it is amazing that you look right down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I love the horse. I love the horse.
Yeah.
I really like the way it's drawn, the shapes of it. Really good.
Yeah, so, yeah. But I've been doing a lot of art.
Oh right, okay, good.
Yes, and I've been doing collage.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I've been a lot of. But now I can't believe if it's Friday.
Yeah.
Can't keep up.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. lots happening from next week. Things are starting to open again. I'm very
Yeah.
pleased. My kids are going to school next week.
I bet you'd be
Ooh.
happy. Bounce in the room. Yippee!
Yeah,
I
I'll be very
think
pleased.
it's supposed to be from Monday. They're going back.
Yeah. That's right, Mark. Yeah. Danny, just one more thing. I need to speak to you as well about the evaluation, about what you want to do next. Do you happen to know what days you might be free next week?
Oh.
Chris, I could get him to email Kate or call Kate, couldn't I, for you?
I'll email. I can email Kate. Is it best? I'll email Kate, Danny. That's what I'll do.
Yeah.
If you
She
could,
keeps
if
your
you could
diary, doesn't she? She looks after your diary, yeah.
mention to her. I'll send when we finish talking. I'll send her the email, and if you just mention to her, Danny, that I was looking for a time to speak to you.
Yeah.
Cool, and we'll sort that out. That'll be good. Hope your headache gets better when you're here.
Yeah.
Too many. It's too many.
I don't know what it is. I think it must be like a lot of cold weather.
Yeah.
What get me like down?
I get that weather changing. You get something. Yeah.
Hopefully it won't last long, Danny.
Have a nice cup of tea.
Yeah.
I will in a minute.
Great. Cheers, Danny.
Yeah.
Should we hear from Tom now?
Oh, yeah.
Is Tom? I hope Tom's not muted.
I'm asking, if you could unmute Tom.
Yeah. You there, Tom? Tom, can you hear me?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So when we going to all sing the Zoom song?
What's your face, Tom?
He needs to adjust the camera a bit.
Yeah, need to tilt your camera up a bit, Tom, so we can see you a bit more.
That's it.
That's it. How you doing, Tom?
No. He said he don't know.
Oh. Are you still doing your park walks?
Yeah.
Been out recently?
Morning.
Oh, okay.
Shouldn't be pubs to be opened, Tom. Yippee!
Be a
Not
little
long.
while yet, but they are going to open.
When are they open?
We're hoping they'll open by the summer, by May time.
Bloody hell, I thought it was in April.
No, not quite yet. I don't know if they'll start doing takeaways or something.
Yeah, McDonald's.
They'll start opening outdoors side first.
Yeah. I was thinking more beer actually than McDonald's, but
Yeah.
No, McDonald's. £4 burger, fries, and strawberry milkshake. Large.
yeah. So you still thinking about your next project at all, Tom?
Nothing much. That much. At the moment.
Yeah, because I think you've got an interesting idea. This idea of mixing up documentary and an animation, and thinking about sort of the places that you like going and how how you kind of cut off from them by lockdown. I think that'd be really interesting to have some work that's about that, because
Tom
Possibly
actually
acting.
acted before. A project that I did when I was at uni. He played the Brad Pitt role in a 10-minute or 15-minute remake of a scene from what's that? Something reading.
Burn before reading.
That's it. Burn before reading. There was a scene that we recreated in that Tom was in.
Okay. Yeah.
So he can actually do a bit of acting sometimes.
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
with lines, spoken word.
Because we could maybe do more of a sort of a green screen thing as well, or incorporate that. I think that could be good, especially with your drawing skills, Tom. Be interesting. Have you done much drawing lately, Tom? Drop them. Plus roots. What we got? Where's that, Tom?
There's a red one.
Red one. Yeah, I think it'd be interesting to use the maps and the routes in your film, because it's something you come back to a lot. So I think that'd be interesting.
So no group Zoom sing then, I'll take it.
No, what? Sorry.
Group Zoom sing.
Group Zoom singing.
Yeah.
No. It's always a horrible cacophony. It's always just the right racket. It doesn't look like Danny could take it.
I'm not in tune half the time either.
Yeah, I've seen a few projects that were done with trying to get classes of school kids to sing stuff over Zoom.
Must smell like out of tune McDonald's burgers.
Right racket.
You'd have never made a primary school music teacher then.
No. Could you imagine having to do that? I don't know.
Chris,
Yeah.
where's your dog?
Probably asleep.
Oh, my dog's downstairs. Thank God for that.
I was just checking to see if he was digging up plants, but he's got bored of that, I think. So yeah, he must be asleep, I think. Lazy. Very lazy.
They're so lazy, these dogs.
But yeah, we haven't heard from Lucy yet, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Should we see how Lucy's doing? I don't know if Lucy's on mute or
Here she is.
probably.
Hello, Lucy.
Hello, Lucy.
Why you film has got a fairly big one onto your phone, onto your film. Why you fairly big one, big things out on your phone?
Why?
Can you?
Why what? Sorry?
Wendy?
Yeah.
Oh, Wendy.
Why just bring things out on your flowering first? You're
I don't-
flowering.
Why my show's showing this? I don't know.
Why you flowering?
What?
Why you just flowering twinkling on your phone? Please, and twinkling. Twinkling. You're flowering twinkling. You're flowering twinkle. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
I don't know what she's saying.
Jessica and the flowering twinkle. Jessica and the flowering twinkle. Jessica and the flowering twinkle. Twinkle. Twinkling light. Twinkling green in green. Green in green.
Are you talking to me or talking to Chris?
That
You said
beeping, Lucy.
The flare, the flare.
I can't spell it.
Flaring. Flare. S.
S.
W.
W
E.
U.
No. S.
I don't know.
S.
Flaring twinkle. Flaring.
Swearing.
Swearing.
Oh, do you mean
swearing.
that in Wendy's film, Lucy?
Oh my God, she sounds like Swift. All right.
Yeah, there is lots of swearing in Wendy's film.
The swear is bleep, bleep, bleep. That's to mean that you can't
Oh,
hear it.
beeping. Yes, I see what you mean, Lucy. No, we're not going to do that. When Wendy's film goes to Sheffield, they just get to listen to all the bad language.
Yeah, if you hear me swearing, it's like a bleep, bleep. It's like on telly.
Oh God.
Ding. Okay.
Beep, yeah, beeping the swearing. Yeah.
Yes.
Like a car horn.
Sort
Yeah.
of. Just bleep, bleep. Not. Right. Yeah.
No.
So
how are you? Hello. How are you, Lucy?
I can't see how you are.
I'm okay, yeah.
Okay, good. Why can't you back on the work for?
What, sorry?
Why can't I come to your Skype?
To my Skype? I haven't had Skype open today, Lucy.
Yes, okay.
I only go on it when I'm going to be on a call.
So,
I've been very busy.
right. But why you not answer? Why you not answer?
Why do I not answer the phone? I never answer the phone, Lucy. That's what an answer phone is for.
He's too busy
I
watching
don't
me.
get either.
Only if it's urgent. I get so many phone calls, Lucy. I'd spend all day on the phone if I answered them all.
Yeah.
Okay. Secretary.
Mhm. Yeah.
The next question is simply about why do I need my old fantastic plan from the Wi-Fi that we installed on Sydney? I got to take up with a transition.
Are we talking about fans again, Lucy?
Yeah.
Your project?
So I got to end up with a link.
Everything.
Yeah, it's far too early to be talking about those, Lucy. When yeah, I know you did. You sent me about 24 emails, Lucy. I was saying last week, we won't be doing any buying of anything until we have the funding for the next project.
We can't do much because the lockdown and everything's closed at the moment, Lucy.
Spent all the money. There's no money for Luminous left. It's all gone.
Yeah,
we,
I spent it.
we need new money, Lucy. That's
I
what we're
spent
doing.
it
at the moment.
in my
Yeah.
I can get the money.
Do what? Sorry.
After the new constitution done, when it's old dictation, 4, 5,
Oh, you're talking about an old camcorder. Yeah. Well, Lucy, I think from what you're saying about your next project, because I know you're really interested in old cameras, yeah. So I think it will be a part of your new project. Yeah. And you're talking about a VHS recorder as well.
And
A VHS camcorder.
Yeah, the hand cup, the big camera, and power.
Yeah, so with a handle on top. What, a big one, full size VHS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of my old dictation. And 4, 5,
Yeah, well, yeah, all these things, Lucy, things that you need for your next project will be a part of the next project. And when we have
I can't all the design from the new consultant.
Yeah, we can't order any more fans at the moment, Lucy.
Not
until we have the new project funded, like I was saying before. And because of all the lockdown and everything, it's taking the Arts Council.
Shall I just say
Sorry?
One game, well, I'm done. All the something got to when open then. One got shotgun got till when open.
Sorry, Lucy, I'm not with you. I'm not with you.
When will we open?
I think she's asking when are the shops going to reopen.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure actually.
It's going to be on 1st and 4th next month.
No.
Yeah, I can't remember, Lucy. I can't remember when they're going to open.
The Queen's had enough of the new government and that's what he's going to do. You okay? In my country, from the United Kingdom, here. From Oxfordshire. Okay?
I don't want to see you.
I think after the 12th of April, the shops will open, Lucy.
Yeah, on 12th of April.
12th of April, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, shall we move on? Because we've got. Yeah, thanks, Stan Wendy. Lucy, if you put your mic off again.
Okay, I've got work later.
Oh, you've got your nephew there.
There we go. Go boy. Did we get your mum? Oh, dear. Oh. Oh, why you never shut the fuck up?
It's never a proper Zoom meeting unless it gets crashed by some small children.
What are they like?
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, you're gonna head off now, aren't you, Chris? Yeah, is that right?
Yeah, I need to head off. I've got
got
some things to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good to speak to everyone.
Yeah.
Chris, did you see Louis?
What's that?
Did you see Louis?
Yeah.
I did a little bit. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
I was just saying it's not a proper Zoom meeting unless it gets crashed by some small children.
Came in like shh, and he climbed up my bed. Yeah.
I usually have a dog doing that. job.
God.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he's out now
Oh,
with Mummy.
Anyway,
he's out.
goodbye, Chris. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, anyway, so I'll speak to some of you next week.
Wednesday.
And yeah, I'll Wednesday for you. Yeah. And I'll be in touch, Danny.
And you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you, Lucy.
Yeah. Okay. So take care, everyone.
Okay.
Bye bye.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye
Okay.
bye.
Okay. No.
Hello, Lucy.
Okay.
What, Lucy? Yes.
Can I know when can I might know.
Yes, I will. I'll do the same. I'll send the recording around to everyone who wants it. Okay.
I might when can that.
We transfer. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Lucy. I'm just gonna. We haven't got much. Yeah. If you want to mute yourself, Lucy,
Okay.
you can mute yourself.
He's
That's great.
gone.
Thanks, then. Right. So last little bit of the meeting then, because I know these meetings are too tiring to go on for long, but we're going to have them more regularly. So I just wanted to share my screen. So I'm going to do that. Because I wanted to share the publication with you. Can everyone see that? Can everyone see it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so this is the new publication. I don't know if I should make it a bit bigger, actually.
Wow.
Make it a bit bigger.
Ooh, very
So it's a
nice.
bit too big now. So you can't really see a page. But anyway, so this is it's 79 pages long.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to just skim through it. It's got a lovely picture from Tom at the front, and it's got Richard's picture on the front cover, and then the next picture is Tom, and it's got the menu. It's got a picture of Lucy with Chris working on the installation. I'm going to read a little bit of this, but I'm going to go down. This is Russell and Wendy. There's another picture from Richard. Picture from Danny.
Oh yeah.
And then we've got a summary of the whole project written by Chris Oakley, which is quite long here. Another time maybe we'll read that out. But then we've got some pictures of the virtual gallery. Has everyone seen the virtual gallery?
Yeah.
Yeah. I might show it next time just to make sure everyone's seen it. And also the one from Modern at Oxford. There's a nice picture of Danny setting up at Modern at Oxford. Do you remember that, Danny?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we have a nice article by Sonia. Everyone remembers Sonia, don't they? Who works with Richard.
I like them.
Yeah, she's lovely. So she's.
I saw her yesterday at Marks Spencer's with my mum.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah.
She wrote a lovely article about Richard. There's a nice picture from Richard, one he did.
Oh.
The Sparkle of the Sea Lion, it's called.
Nice.
And then we've got an article by Ju Gosling, who is the lady who runs the Together the Together Film Festival that you all went to just before Christmas when we did it on Zoom. And people have been down to London in the past and met her, the lady in the wheelchair. So she's written about artists working in lockdown. And then this one is the one I wanted to read a little bit from. This is from Lee Jones. So she's a curator, self-advocate and learning disability activist. And she's got Down syndrome. And she's called, she says here, art isn't something we do. Being artists is who we are.
Yeah.
And she's just written, this is a picture of her there. So that's Lee Jones. She's
pretty.
Yeah, she's based up north somewhere, I forget exactly where. But yeah, she's really nice. We've never met her, but we met via phone calls and things. We did all this via email and things. So she's written, in normal times, I probably wouldn't have gotten to see this project by the Shadowlight artists who are based in Oxfordshire. Oxfordshire is very far from where I live in the northwest. But in a funny sort of way, although being locked down has stopped me going to places in real life, digital opportunities like Luminous have brought me into contact with so much more. So she's really likes the fact that she can come and see your exhibition, even though she lives miles away. Entering the digital exhibition, the gallery.
Oh,
Do you want to just mute yourself if you're sneezing? In entering the gallery, the wall text explains how the pandemic made it hard for you all, which she's obviously experienced herself. And she said everyone's lives have been upturned by the coronavirus, but learning disabled people have had their support really badly affected. So not only have you been in lockdown, but also people have lost a lot of support. So getting online has been really important. And she's very interested to see how other artists like herself have continued their practice. So I think she was really impressed. She said the first, I'll skip that bit. She said it's very atmospheric, the gallery, and that there are 7 artists in the group exhibition. Using the tour mode, the first artist I saw was Tom Breach. Tom showcases a big selection of artworks, which are mainly hand-drawn and illustrations. I like the way he uses transportation, numbers, maps, and bus routes. So big praise is Tom still there? I'm actually seeing him. Oh yes, there he is, yeah. So so she said about, she loves your bus maps, Tom. As someone who works in self-advocacy for many years, it reminds me of the power of transport as a form of independence. To me, these aren't just bus routes, they represent freedom, which I think is an important thing to say. Next on my work, our next work she saw was Danny Smith with the film, caught my eye. She also liked the mixed media artwork against the yellow and black background, like a sunset. So I think that was your collage, wasn't it, Danny? Collages, yeah, they look like Greek. You look like Greek statues, like you'd find one in the museum.
Right.
Perhaps you were taking inspiration from classical art, which I think you were, weren't you?
Yeah.
I wonder if Danny is reimagining gods or mythical characters. As a person with Down syndrome, seeing people like me shown in an art exhibition is powerful and uplifting. So she was really inspired by you. That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Recreating moments from history is also the theme of the film Portraits, found later in the exhibition. In this film, the Shadowlight artists wear period costumes and act out scenes against a painted backdrop. I'm not sure if they are real historic moments or imagined. Either way, there's something awesome about making ourselves visible in history. So she was impressed with the Portraits film. Another film is the film by Wendy Belcher called Things That Annoy Me. In this film, we go on a journey with Wendy from home to work and back again, learning all about the things that get on her nerves, like noisy buses, dirty toilets and queues, and the dreaded leaky bin. The film has a hand-drawn animated background with Wendy herself acting in it. It blends fiction and reality. I think audiences will first find this funny and relatable. You should have your own TV show, Wendy, as she thinks. There's so many brilliant pieces to discuss. I finally wanted to mention Richard Hunt's artwork, which are very striking and stand out in the exhibition. My favourite two are Dragon of the Ocean and Amazing Dragon Colour. Both show an otherworldly creature bursting with intense detailed line and colour. Richard also exhibits a film which shows him creating his work along with a song he sings. The sound is hypnotizing. Whilst this was never supposed to be an online exhibition, Luminous continued online which I think is going to mean more people can see this brilliant work. It is one of the films, in one of the films, an artist describes how art connects us to who we are. This is important to reminder to support networks of why we're finding something to continue with our art in difficult times is important. Art isn't something we do, being artists is who we are. So that's, now we split some of this up because we had another writer called Deborah, who has also written about you before. I haven't got a photograph of her, but here's Sonia and Richard. But she wrote about, I'll just read some of this, because she particularly wrote about, she said Wendy's was brilliant, she loved the portraits films, talked a bit about you generally, but she, not covered in Lee's, is, she says, Lucy Scoose's work always makes a deep impression on me, and although I missed being able to get close to the work, the awesomeness and impact of Blue Didcot A Power Station installation came across as strongly as when seen in the visual galleries. Blue is also the colour of melancholy, and there's a quality about the installation along with a slightly wistful and also almost post-apocalyptic feel. Blah, blah, blah. At the same time, knowing how the work was co-created via video link on mobile phones gives Lucy's sculpture extra poignancy. The video of the piece under construction is an essential integral part of the story. Ultimately, the sheer scale and strength of the idea, Lucy's obsession and vision behind Blue Didcot A Power Station, and the amazing realization gives tremendous encouragement and optimism to the future. Such is the power of art. So she really loves that. She talks a little bit more, and then she goes, obsession and repetition are used to excellent effect in Mark Hemsworth's large multi-grid assemblances. These works brilliantly express the joyousness of his passion and the love for everything outdoors. On top of this, his technical photographic skills. Mark's glorious sunset spectrum is one of the highlights of Luminous. I can imagine it on my wall. I would never get bored with it, watching it. I'd never get any work done. I could easily spend the rest of my life noticing the tiny differences between the individual frames or disappear into the vastness of the whole. So so all your pieces had something really good feedback there.
Yes, really.
From people, you know, who are outside, nothing to do with us or know you. They just really love your work. So I'm really, really glad we got that in the piece. I won't go on for much longer, but I'm just going to flick down really quickly. So there's, in each of you, there's a little bit about you, and this will go online as well. So first starting with Wendy, some pictures of your work, and then there's a bit about your background and quotes from you, Wendy. So things like, this comes from your interviews. So I'll say one of them. Danny, Tom, Mark, Danny Breach, we all drew together. They're really good. I liked acting with Russell and editing on the screen. I mean, you say a lot more than that. We haven't got time, but there's you and Dylan. Yeah. Then next we come to Tom, and there's lots of pictures of Tom's work. Again, lots of information about Tom and his previous work. And what should we say? We would chat on Skype, and then I drew whatever was needed for the project, then sent them via post. It took a week or two to get there, then it was edited and rendered. Without lockdown, the idea of the film would have been similar, but it wasn't done in person. So there's, you say quite a lot, that's just sort of one thing, because we haven't got time. Love this picture from the film. It's one of my favorite bits, the man crying in the pub, which I remember coming as an idea in meetings a long time ago. So it's really fantastic. And then you got the wedgie, the big wedgie with a woman picked up.
It's like Miley Cyrus.
Yeah. And then we got Mark's moon picture.
Yeah.
And quotes from Mark and lots about Mark's background. we're organising my sunsets into a collage, putting them into a pattern and organising ones with buildings in the foreground and the ones that are just sky. We used to have meetings every month, but stopped because of lockdown. I haven't done as much as I wanted to because of lockdown, but have been taking photographs from home and my garden instead on walks. So, but there's a lot more, you say. You can flick, and then there's a nice bit from John, who he worked with, talking about himself. And the flowers one, I love the flowers one as well. It's so beautiful.
Oh no!
Gorgeous, isn't it? There's the sunset. There's the sunset one.
Where's the sunset? Oh yes.
Yeah.
That's talking about it.
And
Yeah, there was a nice full moon last weekend. I saw a full.
Fantastic, Mark. That's great. Keep it up. And there's you on the computer when you were doing it, which was back in August. Right. We're nearly done. There's Russell.
Saturday.
About Russell. He did join us for a minute and then went again. Talking about portraits, some of Richard's pictures. She says it's a bit different working on my own. At first I thought I couldn't cope, but I was quite happy to do it on my own. But it's nice to have a bit of company sometimes. But he says a lot more. We can maybe go into this next week, next 2 weeks' time if we've got time. A bit about Sonia. There's his amazing colour dragon, which is a really good piece. Yeah, really nice, that one. And this is the dragon of the ocean. So he did a lot of dragon pictures.
That's good. I like that.
And then he's got a little baby next to it. So there's the mother dragon and the baby dragon. And there's Lucy's installation, that modern art.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. And Lucy says, it's been fantastic working on Skype. It's been cool. It's good. I made my 50 hertz hum soundtrack at home.
Yeah. Cool.
A bit about Chris. A nice close-up of the installation with you can see the street lights on it.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
And there's it was all on the video cameras as well. So I took a picture of the screen.
Yeah, sure.
CCT monitor.
Okay. Why is not something of the Shadowlight
A copy of this, you mean?
And then got the catalog.
Catalog. This is the catalog is only going to be PDF, Lucy. We're not printing it this time. Okay, so I think I did send it to you, but if I can send it again if you want. I sent you a link. You have to download it. It's on the Shadowlight Artist website, so there's no printing. You can only view it on the screen. This is why I'm going through it now. Last not but least, but Danny. So you've got a lovely picture of him being filmed by Miguel there in the summer, last summer.
Yeah.
And Danny says, I enjoyed rehearsing outside. It made me help explore my feelings. I think it changed my life. It made me feel more strongly what I am. This lockdown has made me more focused on what I am. I miss all the socializing. I miss going into town. I find it hard to be stuck indoors. I like trying to be more social. So you had a bit of a mixed experience, didn't you, Danny?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. There's a nice still from the film.
Mm.
And another one. And then there's a bit about Anna. And then you're rehearsing in Swindon when we could do that.
Yeah.
A bit about the art associates. We've got a bit about Shane, Terry. There's a picture of Danny there, and it's in portraits. A nice one of Lucy. And we also talk about Danny Breach, Tom's dad, because of all the help and support he's given to the project over the years, and a bit about him. We talk about Kate Sweeney.
Yeah.
All the support she gave to you, Danny, and Evie, giving all the support to everyone.
Is Evie still there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's waving.
Yeah.
Is she? Oh, so she's having a gin and tonic.
She's having a gin and tonic. I can see her, yeah.
Bit early for that today, I think.
Tonight.
That's
It's a
me.
bit-
Sorry, my phone's
That's me
going
here.
off. I got to
That's
turn it
me.
off. Right, then there's Lucy and
Oh my God, look at me.
Wendy from the exhibition setup, and when we all
Yeah.
went there for the day just before Christmas.
Mm.
And then finally, all the thank yous to everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you. So there's a huge number of thank yous to everyone at Film Oxford, Modern Art Oxford, Together,
Thank you.
Arts of the Old Fire Station, City Council, lots of people's family, friends, support workers, that sort of thing, funds. And finally, the end of the book is picture from Danny, which is his still life
Hey.
with all the contacts.
Right.
So that's that. If you
Mm.
want a copy, you can go to the website and download it, but I will send it, I will email it to you all again after the
Okay.
meeting, just
Yeah,
so you've got it. And you can click it and
Okay, send
download
me
it.
my email.
Yeah, I'll send it to the email after this meeting finishes. I'll send it to you all. I'm going to stop sharing
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Finish. I'm gonna-
Yeah, we've now gone over, so I'm going to end the meeting. But
Yeah.
Yes.
well, actually, no, we haven't gone over. We've got 2 minutes to go, so that's
Okay.
nice. I thought we finished.
On me. On me.
Yeah, we can all say our goodbyes, and we're going to meet
Yeah.
again in two weeks' time.
Yeah.
me
Right,
too.
let me see
Yeah.
what the date that is.
It's 12.
19th,
19.
19th, yeah. And 12:30 seems to
19.
work as a good time.
Okay. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, and that's 12:30 meeting. So again, we'll send you reminders. We'll send you the link, the Zoom link, a day or two before the meeting.
Okay.
Those of you-
19th,
Yeah.
Richard.
19th, yeah, March, 19th of March, yeah,
On 19th of March.
19th of March, yeah,
12:30.
12:30, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Okay,
I'll
so-
email you that, and you'll support people who help you.
I'll put in my diary.
If you've got your own
Okay.
diary, you can do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before we go, I'm just gonna say, Evie, have you got anything you'd like to say? Well, oh yes, we could read the minutes of the last meeting if we've got time for that.
Minutes.
Yeah, I could read out the minutes from last time if everyone would like that.
Do you want to go? Do you want to finish up, or do you want to just do the minutes? Yeah, give me the thumbs up if you want to hear the minutes from last meeting.
Oh, go on.
But if you want to go, if you've got to go, you can go. It's fine. Just sign yourself
I'm
out.
going to go.
Yeah, I'm going then, Richard, because I have to get ready.
You need to go for your work. Yeah, you go and get ready.
You've
But anyway,
got to get ready
the
for-
meeting's officially
I'm
over, but we'll do the minutes for those who want to stay.
Okay.
Have a good
Bye.
work. Have a good work session, Wendy. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.
Okay, so the minutes from last time.
I'll just listen.
Everybody was there apart from Richard Hunt, and Richard welcomed everyone. Then we did news. Russell said he'd been writing. It'd been hard to get going, not knowing when he'll be able to stage his play, but he was hoping that theatres are going to survive with some government support. And he's been watching the old Shadowlight meeting DVDs, so he hasn't been missing everyone too much, which was a really nice idea. Then I said how much I'd missed everybody, and how much I enjoyed visiting the exhibition across the two galleries. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you all in person again once we've all had jabs and it's safe. Lucy loved visiting her blue Didcot Power Station installation at Modern Art Oxford. And it was great to watch the trains go round on the track and watch them on the CCTV display. She's looking forward to moving the installation to her house when that's possible, and has new cameras, which was exciting news, and looking forward to filming some trains on them. Mark had been getting out on photography walks,
Yes.
and said he was maybe feeling a bit less fit since lockdown, as you said you'd been a bit wheezy on bike rides, Mark.
Yeah.
And you were doing your online photography course and
Yes.
using your new
That's
camera
good, yes.
to learn about things like the rule of thirds, and you had enjoyed the
Yes,
snow.
I enjoy it. Yeah, yes. Actually, we'll talk about jobs. I'll be having mine tomorrow.
Oh,
well
great! That's
done.
very good news.
Well
So I'll wait to take effect, I think.
It'll take a while, but that's very good news.
Well, a couple of months between now and the second job.
Yeah. So Danny's
Oh,
news
good,
was
Holly.
that he'd been keeping busy making lots of artwork at home and doing the karaoke cabaret show on YouTube. Richard, you were going to email the link around to everyone.
Oh, I forgot to do that, did I? Yeah.
So Danny's had been feeling happy, but this latest lockdown had been making him feel a little bit down because he's really been missing everyone. But he had his vaccine, which went okay, apart from his arm feeling a bit sore. And he's also planning to open an Etsy shop, which is like an online art marketplace. And we had a look at his new squirrel ornament that he bought at Sainsbury's. Tom had been going on daily walks in the park with his dad, regardless of the weather, whether it was raining or dry. He'd been getting angry about police racism and violence, which absolutely right. But he felt like his mental health had really been suffering during lockdown, so it was good his dad was there to look out for him. And speaking of Tom's dad, Danny said he'd been enjoying the daily walks and glad that they'd been there for each other. Wendy had got a new phone in a pink Minnie Mouse case, and she has been coming into work at Film Oxford once a week and had been on furlough from her job at the cafe. But she's going back today, which is great. And sadly, we had the news that Wendy's nan had died in August last year, which was, very sad news. But Wendy and her mum were getting their vaccines. And then Richard Durier gave us an update on Richard Hunt, saying hopefully once we can open at Film Oxford in the building again, he can come in to join the meetings from there, like we did for the Together Film Festival. Richard had been quite poorly over the summer, but is a lot better now. His sister has been visiting every week, and he's got some nice new care workers. We talked about the Luminous publication being finished, which Richard is going to send round again. And we've had a quick look at that today. And then Chris joined us on the Zoom for a while. He was pleased to have finished the publication and was delighted with all the great feedback. And he said now it was time to start the evaluation and reporting. He's arranging to speak to everyone individually, to go through a questionnaire and talk about what each of you wants to do next for your new project. And then it will be time to write the application. We'll have to wait and see if Russell's play lines up with the next exhibition or not. The theatre production might still happen at a different time. Mark talked about returning to his original plan for Luminous, travelling to locations further away and looking at the changing light in the landscape, because his project had to be changed so much in lockdown. Wendy is thinking about developing a project based on things, and Danny's thinking about a soap opera and sitcom inspired piece based on his own family, which might bring in some of his cabaret performance. Tom is thinking about a documentary around the travel limitations, people he hasn't been able to see, places he hasn't been able to go during lockdown, again using a mixture of animation and green screen. And Lucy was planning a film of trains at Didcot Parkway using her vintage cameras. That was all we had time for.
Yeah.
Thank you, that's good. It's good to remind ourselves a little bit about previous ones. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's quite good. I know it seems odd, but doing the minutes at the end is quite good. We do that at Film Oxford meetings quite often.
Okay.
It's quite a nice way of ending the meeting. So thanks everyone for coming. It's been lovely to see you all. Have you got one last thing to say? Is any other business then, Lucy? You've got a quick question.
Okay. And can make something of the Shadowlight chapter. Fill up into the new bit of Shadowlight chapter. How to make it making new things about last year. Shadowlight chapter. Nothing of nothing. I'll to one in one joking.
Are you asking for a DVD of all the films to be sent to you?
Okay.
Yeah, you want that, yeah? Yeah, we can
Okay.
do that. That's no problem. I'll get Miguel to get Miguel to do that and post them to you.
Yeah.
No problem.
Okay.
Does anyone else have a DVD player who'd like all the films?
I've got my DVD player.
Do you want one, Danny? Have you still got a DVD player?
Yes, I have, yeah.
Would you like a DVD of all the Shadowlight films?
That'd be useful.
What about you, Tom? Would you like that? Have you got a DVD player? Yeah. So, okay. So we'll get one for Tom.
I've got my player.
Lucy, and Danny.
Okay.
We'll send them DVDs. Okay. I think Mark's gone now because he's got another meeting to go to. So we're going to end the meeting now, Lucy. You can email me any extra stuff because I think everyone's desperate to go.
Okay.
Yes.
Can make a plan.
You're talking about having this sent to the recording of the meeting sent to you, aren't you? Yeah. We'll do that. We'll send it WeTransfer. Yeah, I've already agreed to that. Don't worry. It'll take a little bit of time because I don't know if I'll have time to do. Bye bye. Bye everyone. Love you.
Bye.
Bye to the panel.
Bye.
Bye. Bye Danny. Bye.
Bye.
Bye Tom. Bye everyone. Bye Lucy.
Bye.